guys, it's your girl Sami Barbie, and I'm back here with another freaking video. Now, as you can tell by the title, today is going to be a story time about how I was fired from Chick-fil-a and banned because a girl basically racially profiled me and told them that I did something and said something and it was not me. So I had to look up, just a disclaimer, I had to look up racially profiled. I will put the what do you call it, the definition. And I feel as though I was racially profiled, and I'm like, y'all gonna understand why I felt like that. It was just a lot going on. And yeah, so yeah, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment on this. Comment some things that y'all want to see. I'm gonna start trying to do some more story times because I have a couple stories. My life is, I'm not gonna say it was boring, but I thought I should make this because of everything that's going on. I feel like this was a perfect time to do this. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alrighty, so I first started at Chick-fil-a when I was still in school, actually. They called me back literally, I think it was like a day before I went on summer break. My junior year, I was going into my senior year. They called me back. I was so excited. I went to the interview, got hired right then and there. I think I did 2 interviews. If I remember right, I did 2 interviews, and they called me right back like as soon as I left, and I started working there. Now, I feel as though Chick-fil-a was a perfect first job because it was like, it trained me to do everything. Like, Chick-fil-a is not an easy job. One thing I could say is everybody that works at Chick-fil-a right now, it is not an easy job. Training was hard. The back, I couldn't do that. It was just too fast paced for me. I trained back there, but then I ended up working up front, and mostly up front counter. So I made a lot of friends there, and I made a lot of enemies there. I'm not gonna say enemies, but like, yeah. So the pay was great. I was working during the summer. I was doing morning shifts there, and then I was going to cheerleading practice after, which was a lot on me for my, like, I didn't start my senior year, but it was a lot. Like, I was waking up early, going to work, working at Chick-fil-a, and then was going to practice, cheerleading practice, until 7. So I was out from like the morning to night. I was so tired, but doing it every day. I was fine with it. Like, it was cool. I was making money and doing cheerleading. I was doing 2 things that I like. Now, one thing about me is I am a very social person. I love it. Like, I love talking to people, so it was a good job for that. One thing I can say is, so at first I wasn't saying, my pleasure, because I felt like, at first it was just instant, like, you're welcome, like, you're welcome. But I got in trouble for saying you're welcome. I got pulled to the side and was like, we don't say that here, and you would get in trouble if you don't say my pleasure. So I had to say my pleasure because it was our pleasure. And like, people would try to give me tips, couldn't accept tips because it was our pleasure. Like, I understood, but then it's like, I'm working, like, I'm getting paid a good amount, but if somebody feel like my work, like what I'm doing, is so good that they have to tip me, I'm gonna take my tip. Hello? Like, no, I did take some tips. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, I'm gonna take some tips, but whatever. And then at that, it's like, we had to pay to eat some of that food. So like, our lunches weren't, and our breaks, that wasn't free unless we had 100 customer service the whole week. And we would get that a lot, but sometimes we wouldn't, and it was only be 50% off. And y'all know Chick-fil-a is expensive. So like, imagine working every day and having to pay for food because you can't just sit there and starve. Like, I felt like tips, we should have been able to accept tips. Like, I feel as though we should have. But so yeah, it was nice. We used to do little like competitions where whoever sells the most gallons of drinks get a free milkshake or whatever. And that was really competitive. It was good to do that. I had a couple friends that worked there with me, and it was fun. I made a couple friends, but here's where it got bad. So once I started working there for a while, they started switching me over to drive-through. So I was doing front counter, and then I was going to drive-through. I was doing drive-through drinks. And then I wanted to do expediting and all that. Like, I was trying out everything because that's just how I was. So they had people that worked there for a while, you know, and you could tell because it was just their vibes and how they was towards, I'ma say, okay, so here's the funny thing. It was divided by two groups. Us black folk and them white folks. And unfortunately, I can say that because that's really what it was. It was just like all of us black people, like it was literally all of us. Then it was like one black girl that hung out with all the white people. And I'm not gonna say everybody there gave me racist vibes, because they didn't. Like, I'm gonna tell you, Brandon, I'm gonna say his name because I don't care. Brandon, he was my favorite manager. Like, I loved him to death. Like, I always loved working with him. He was so nice. He was just awesome person to work with. And 10 out of 10, it was the best. I cried when I got fired because I was leaving him and he was crying too. Like, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to leave him. I didn't even care. I was just like, why did I leave him? But yeah, so all right, so they had a group chat, which we found out about, a work group chat. And I was like, and me, one thing about me is I voiced my opinion. I'm going to say something. So I said something. So I was like, well, why aren't we in it? And they're like, oh, it's for us. What do you mean it's for us? It's a work group chat. I feel as though if it's a work group chat, we should all be in it. Now, if she would have said it was a friend group chat, understandable, because I mean, you got your friends at work, I got my friends, you know, like, it's different friend groups. It was always going to be that at work. But if it's a work group chat, you should have everybody in it. Whatever, fine. So a girl, one of my friends, she made an idea, well, let's make our own. So that's what we did, made our own. So we made our own. And you know, it wasn't really even a work group chat, it was just like our friendship group chat at that. So then I remember one day, I don't remember the girl I was with, but I was working drive-through drinks, and the one black girl that they always hang out with, she was outside. She had a hoodie on, and she had her hoodie up. Now, this was in 2017. No, am I lying? This was 2016. Yes, this was 2016. I do not remember exactly when the Trayvon Martin thing happened. I'm gonna probably put like a picture of when it happened, but out comes out this white girl. Disclaimer, I love white people. Don't take this as, oh, I'm bashing white people, because I'm not. I grew up around a bunch. When I first moved around here, all my friends are white. I had one black friend. I love everybody. That's one thing. I am mixed. I am African American and Puerto Rican. I love, it's just certain people and when they say things, because definitely in our group that we had, we definitely did have some white girls that, you know, they felt as though didn't belong with them. So that's just a disclaimer. But anyway, so she came up to the window, I guess, to see what else to do. She had a hoodie on. This girl, white girl, I think it was the same one that lied on me. I think it was her. I'm not, don't quote me on that, but if I remember right, it's been years. It is 2020, so I don't remember. But the girl come out her mouth, ha, you look like Trayvon Martin. Excuse me?
Okay.
Excuse me? I was in a professional place. If I wasn't in a professional place, I probably would have had a couple words for her. But I turned around. The girl that was next to turned around. And we looked and we was like, did she really just... No, she ain't really say that. And then even her little friends was like, ooh, you just said that in front of all these black people? Yes, sweetheart, you did. You definitely did say that around a bunch of black people when this just happened. Very disrespectful. Didn't say nothing. I told the manager that this girl said it. We told the manager. They ain't say nothing to her. She didn't get in trouble. Well, she can have her opinion on. It's not an opinion. That was disrespectful. Now, if it was the other way around and it was like a white person and something happened to a white person and we joking around like ha ha ha, this, that, and the third, we would have got in trouble. It should be the same way around. It's disrespectful. But anyway, whatever, let that slide. Then, I mean, it was just a couple things. It was just like y'all and whatever. The managers, a couple of the managers was like very lenient on them. But when it came to us, we were always getting in trouble for things. They could come in late. They could do this. They could do that. They could joke around. They could be on their phones. They could have fun. Blah, blah, blah. But us, oh, we had to work. Oh, no, we had to work. And it's funny because none of them worked front counter. If none of them were, they all worked drive-through together or in the back. They were always together. We always had to do the front counter and all that. And then the ones that weren't managers and I don't know what, like, you're not a manager. I remember the one girl, oh my gosh, she just rubbed me so wrong. And she felt like because she had a different shirt than me and all of us, she was boss. And I'm like, sweetheart, what is your, like, what are you? You're an employee, right? Oh, me too. We the same. Just because you worked here longer don't mean nothing. Because I'm going to be honest, one thing about me is when I learn something fast. Very fast. So I was in there doing it. I was like tough. Child, nobody ain't telling me nothing. I knew come on now. And they said that I was one of the best workers. And I only worked there for a couple months. Child, please. Child, anyway, so in my Nikki voice.
Child. Anyway, so
she thought she was manager. She was trying to tell me what to do, tell everybody what to do. Was not listening to her. Like, girl, bye. That's how I was. I was just like, girl, we get paid the same. Sweetheart, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Calm it down. So, I'm going to get into the part where what happened and why I got fired. So I can get to the point of what happened when I got fired. So, one day, we were joking, and we had this manager. He was, I'm going to say foreign. I don't know what he was, but he had an accent. And he always played with us. Like, he would, like, mock us on how we talk, and we would mock him on how he talk. It's just a thing. Like, I feel like even when I was in school with people that was from Britain and the way they talk, I like to mock it, but not in a, like, a rude way. But, like, we laugh. Like, I always do. I'm not going to mock somebody and if it's offensive, definitely not. So we play with him, and that's how we play. And I guess she didn't like that because we were playing with him, and he was a manager, and he was cool with us, and he liked us, and he always said that I like y'all, blah blah blah. So me and the girl was playing with him, blah blah blah. The girl that got me fired, let me tell y'all, she came up and she was like, "That's really offensive. That's rude. Like, I don't think y'all should be doing it." I ignored her because you're not talking to me. Don't talk to me. Don't. You never talk to me any other time. Mind your business. Me and my friend are talking. Y'all want to have your little group, and y'all want to stay over there, and y'all want no. Deuces. No. Bye. Anyway, so we kept doing it. So then she's like, I'm going to tell the manager, and y'all going to get in trouble because y'all be acting like I hate y'all. I hate y'all people. I hate y'all. Y'all are just so rude. What you mean, us people? Like, this the words. It was just not sitting right with me. It was just like, excuse me, sweetheart. But one thing about me being there, I didn't say nothing to her. I said something to one girl because she was being real disrespectful to me about the boy I was talking to, and I don't appreciate it, but we were both off the clock. She wasn't supposed to be working that day, and I got on break, and I told her about herself. Like, don't try to play with me while I'm on break, while I'm at the job. Because when I was working, and she was trying to be smart while he was on break, I was like, all right, bet. I ain't gonna say nothing. Then I got on break, and I was like, what's up? Like, I wasn't trying to fight her, but I'm like, what's your issue? What's your issue? You need to back off. But anyway, I didn't say nothing to her. I said, girl, bye. My friend said out her mouth, well, what you want to do then? And the girl's like, what? And she's like, what you trying to do? She's like, because if you trying to handle it, I see you after work in the parking lot. We can handle it out there. First of all, that's not how I talk. Like, I'm not a fighter. I mean, I will, but I'm not a fighter. So that's not my first thing I'm going to say to somebody. So I promise on my mama, I did not say that to that girl. So she took that, I guess went to the manager, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Time went on. I think maybe a couple days went on. One day I came to work. Oh, mind you, let me tell you why I was so hurt and why I got fired. because I quit cheerleading for this job because I chose that, all right, it's my senior year, I am 18, I need to be working and making money, like, so I chose more hours at work than cheerleading, which was a mistake, and I should have chose cheerleading and just worked that Saturday. I should have, but anyway, so I came to work after school, right after school, came to work. I was there for 2 hours. 2 freaking hours. If y'all knew y'all was gonna fire me, why did y'all have me working? Oh, because y'all had to wait because I was the only person there, and y'all wanted to wait until somebody came, which was not right. If you knew you was firing me, you should have fired me when I got there, or you should have called me and told me not to come in, or you should have told me, because we had a little meeting, which wasn't even a meeting. But so freaking I'm working, I get called in the back. Brandon told me to come to the back. I seen in Brandon's face, I was like, what's wrong? And he was just like, come on, we had to have a meeting, I just want you to stay calm, blah blah blah. And I'm like, something's wrong. So I go, and they're like, well, there was mind you, the girl was there working with me, she ain't say nothing to me, and I was wondering why she was staying clear of me. So, but anyway, so I go in the back, they're talking, they're like, well, we can't have this, blah blah blah. And I'm like, they're telling me like, we heard that you threatened somebody, and I told them straight, like, I didn't threaten nobody. And they're like, well, the girl said it. And I said, what girl? And they was like, we can't tell you. And I'm like, so how do you know I said it? I said, did anybody else hear around? And they're like, no, but I said, okay, but did you ask the other person that was there? And they're like, no, but somebody has to get in trouble for this, and she's saying that you did it. And I'm like, so she heard me and said that it came out my mouth and blah blah blah. And it was like, well, she said it was one of y'all. One of us what? It was one of us. This is why I say I was racially profiled, because it was one of us. It was one of us. Oh, okay. And I told them straight up, like, no. I said, if I was to say it, I would have told y'all I said it. Like, I'm gonna be 100% honest. If I'm about, like, if I said it, I said it. Period. And I'm gonna tell them why I said it, and tell them what's been going on. They knew what was going on because I've been complaining, but whatever, they was not hearing that. Obviously they was going with what she said, because she felt so threatened and hurt, and it was like, well, we have to let you go. I was upset because I was like, this is my first job. And then what made me more upset was I didn't do it. I did not say it. I was just like, but I wasn't gonna snitch on the girl, because I'm not gonna do that. Like, whatever, I got in trouble, fine. Whole time is just, hold on, actually I'm gonna get there. All right, so I'm walking past the girl. They trying to put her in the back because they said they need to protect her and blah, blah, blah. So I stopped, and I was like, why you lie on me? And she was like, don't hurt me. And I was like, girl, ain't nobody gonna hurt you. I said, because all y'all gonna do is call the cops on me. I said, but what are you lying for? What you lie? I said, you know it was not me. So they take her in the back. I'm upset. I'm crying. I was so upset. Like, then they're gonna call the cops on me. They kicked me out. Mind you, my mom was not home from work yet. They kicked me out. I'm trying to get my mom to come get me because I was just so upset. Like, I ended up was outside. This was in Springfield. It's near Chipotle. I was over there crying. My friends was just coming to work. They was sitting there like, oh my God, what happened? Blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, yo, like, they fired me. This girl gonna say I said this. So my friend went in there, and she was trying to see what was trying to tell them, like, oh no, it was not her. Like, I promise it wasn't her. They wasn't hearing none of that. They called the cops on me. The cops told me that I had to leave and blah, blah, blah. And I'm so-called banned from Chick-fil-A, which, come to find out, you can't be banned from Chick-fil-A. It's a public place. I can go wherever I want. So, child, that happened. Then, what's the name? So, I remember time passed, and I was applying to Chipotle right next door. And I was at Chipotle. Why they call the cops? And the cops came up to me and my mom. And my mom was like, so she can't be this is a public place. You can't tell me I can't be here. Because you can't. Like, no, I'm here. I am here. What are you going to do? And they're like, well, they feel threatened. But I'm not going to do nothing to y'all. I don't care about y'all. I'm trying to find another job. Like, bye. Like, oh God, like, it was just too much. I remember I went there one time. They're like, you gotta grab your food and dip. You can't be in here. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Then, come to find out, my friend had told me. She was like, you know, the girl can't clean, and told them that she actually she didn't like, cause I guess because my friends was making her feel bad, like real bad, like, you know, you got her fired for no reason, like that was weird and blah blah blah. So come to find out, she went and told them the truth and was like, well, it wasn't her. I don't remember what girl it was. It was a black girl and blah blah blah. Oh, so you just chose the first black girl. First of all, the girl ain't like me because I was doing such a great job. And it was going to promote me and not her. You know, she was working there longer. She did not like me. So, yeah, I was racially profiled. I don't care what anybody say. Yes, I was racially profiled. Sure was. Yup. Because you said it was one of them black girls and you chose me. I was the first one to go. Because you wanted me going. Then, so come to find out, after she told the truth, she quit. And they ain't never see her. Because I went back to go talk to her. Because I wanted to talk to her. Like, why would you do that? Like, I guess she felt bad. She ain't come back. And that was that. And I guess I'm not banned no more. I mean, it's been years. But, because I go there and I eat. I mean, I'm about to stop eating there because of all the stuff that's going on. But I just thought, like, dang, like, I'm not going to say it's all Chick-fil-A's. I'm definitely not going to say that. But this one just keep having problems. Like, I thought I was the only person that had this problem. No, I'm not. Like, the managers, they were really sketchy. They were really weird. They were really racist. They would act nice towards certain people, and then some people they wouldn't. I don't know how it is now, so I'm not gonna say that, but I do remember some girl posted on her page, like, they did get the people fired. They did. It was one of the owners, and he was really racist to me too. Like, I did not like him. He was really rude. But one thing I could say is I was an amazing worker. I went there, I did my job. People love me. Anywhere I go, people love me. People love me. But I don't take nothing no more. And that's because of this job. It's just like, I'm not taking nothing from nobody because I had to deal with this. Like, no. Like, and mind you, I don't deal with racist stuff. Like, I'm one of the lucky ones that don't have to deal with it. But this was just like extremely, it just took me off guard. I could not, it just was not it. Like, this was not it. I mean, if I could go back and change something, I probably would have whooped her behind. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, now I am 21, turning 22 with a child. I'm happy the way I did deal with it. I mean, I was very angry. I had some words. I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't when they fired me and did all that. I'm not gonna say I didn't because I did. Like, I was very upset. I was embarrassed. They embarrassed me. Y'all called the cops on me. Like, I was freaking some criminal. Like, I was so embarrassed. It was in front of all these people. Like, child, never again. Never again will I work at a Chick-fil-A. And never will my child work at a Chick-fil-A. Nope. No, they would not. My cousin worked at Chick-fil-A, and that's fine. I mean, it's in Philly, but I just personally, no. No, my child would not. I would never go back. I mean, I eat there occasionally. Depends. Once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon with somebody else paying. I would not pay my money for no Chick-fil-A. No, I would not. And what is that? But, child, yes, this was the story of when I was fired from Chick-fil-A and racially profiled and embarrassed and banned. Child. Anyway, so in my Nikki voice, yes, but that's the end of the story. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all could probably tell, like, I'm more into this story because it really touched me. Like, I'm not usually this hype in my videos. I feel like I'm not, but yeah, I got some more story times for y'all. If y'all like my story times, just like and comment for me so that I know, and I'll be, posting more story times. I'm gonna start doing polls. Like, I'm gonna jot down a couple story times, and I'm gonna have all my followers vote on which story time they want to see, because I want to start posting more. Like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just sitting in the house, like. So, but yeah, y'all just let me know, and then follow my social media. My Instagram I'll put it right here. Oh, I just do something. I'll put it right here, and yeah, follow me so that you can vote and you can tell me what you want to see. And I love feedback. That's definitely what I want. I want to make everything grow. So yes, thank you if you watch to the end. I appreciate you. And this is your girl Sami Barbie, and I'm signing out.